jalapenos with fried chicken? Yeah, try it. It's good. I'm Catherine Jett, first grandchild of George and Jessie Church, founders of Church's Fried Chicken. So he was out selling to all the ranchers and farmers and stuff for their chickens and other places, and learned what a quick turnover chickens are, and growing them and processing them and cooking them and eating them. There, he's the one that developed the recipe, the chicken, and I remember him doing that over in Grandma's kitchen over on Steve's. She had her little kitchen table there, and there were 3 bowls of flour, each one seasoned differently.
You think you're saving money grabbing that $6 box of fried chicken on the way home? Think again. The chains at the bottom of this list might be the most expensive meals you'll ever buy, just not in dollars. We're talking about the kind of bargain that ends up costing your stomach, your time, and maybe even your trust in drive-through food.
Their seasonings wouldn't get mixed up. Well, which one was it? I don't know. Put them back. And then we'd test them. We'd eat them after they cooled down enough, and eat them and see which one we liked the best. Had the better crust, had the better flavor. It opened up, I think, at $15 or $17, and within half an hour it was up to over $30. Juicier. And Grandma's the one that told Uncle Bobby, you brine your chicken in buttermilk. That's her main contribution. Plus being there and showing him how to cook some too, because she was a good cook.
Let's start with number 10, a chain so greasy and inconsistent it's like spinning a wheel of digestive fortune every time you order. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
When downtown visiting the Alamo, there were tons of attractions right across the way, but what you may not know is that 65 years ago, this was the original location of the very first Church's Chicken. Their first location, in view of the Alamo, known as one of the first restaurants to try the drive-thru.
Our first location was a walk-up, so people would actually walk up to this, and it was called Church's Chicken to Go.
A restaurant founded in 1952 by George W. Church Sr.
Our founder, George Church, he had worked in the restaurant industry for many years, and he became obsessed with the idea of bringing good tasting chicken and home-style sides to San Antonio.
Let's start with Church's Chicken, sitting squarely at number 10. If you think a low price means high value, this chain shows how wrong that can be. On paper, you walk out with a full box of fried chicken for less than what most places charge for a sandwich. But beneath that bargain sits a mess of cost-cutting decisions that turn cheap food into a costly gamble. Customers walk in for savings and walk out with questions, mostly about what, exactly, they just ate. Reports of undercooked or soggy chicken aren't rare slip-ups. They're warning signs of a business model built around shaving pennies. The fryer oil doesn't always get the timing or temperature it needs, and the result is food so greasy it soaks through napkins in seconds. That's the invisible surcharge of budget fried chicken. You pay for it later. Eating here is less about dining and more about playing digestive roulette. Some pieces land overdone and tough, while others barely cross the safety line. Every franchise works its own version of good enough, with little sign of standardized control. When cost competition drives every choice, precision goes out the window. And without consistency, even one raw bite can become a pricey regret, paid in hours of discomfort instead of dollars. Grease, inconsistency, hygiene gaps, it all traces back to the same logic used by discount fast food across the country. Win on price, cut corners quietly, and hope the customers come back before they wise up. It's a false economy built on shortcuts. The cheaper the meal, the higher the odds that safety or taste got left behind in the deep fryer. Church's may look like a deal, but once safety and stomach pain join the tab, you're paying full price for disappointment. And if you think bargain buckets are bad, wait until we talk about buffet chicken.
A couple of months ago, a customer of Golden Corral snapped a picture that went viral. That picture was of a kitchen stacked high with dirty dishes. Today, representatives of Golden Corral told 23 ABC's Christine Din not to believe everything you see.
The customer says he was eating at the buffet and could not find a clean dish, so he went into the kitchen and found this. A picture can speak volumes, but when it comes to this picture taken by a customer at the Golden Corral restaurant,
that picture was just a snapshot. That wasn't the true story, the whole story.
23 ABC contacted the man who took the picture of the kitchen and its dirty dishes. He declined to go on camera to do an interview, but did say that what you see in that picture is absolutely unexcusable.
Golden Corral looks like a dream deal. Endless trays of fried chicken for one flat price. Families pile in thinking they've cracked the code to budget dining, unlimited food, no limit on satisfaction. But endless doesn't mean edible. The longer that chicken sits under glowing heat lamps, the faster it turns from food into something closer to cardboard with a crisp costume. The outside still shouts, fried, but the inside whispers, tired. Here's where the real risk starts. Buffets thrive on the illusion of abundance, so the priority is keeping trays full, not fresh. That means chicken can linger through shifts, sliding in and out of temperature zones that bacteria love. Add in cross-contamination from tongs shuffled between dishes and you have what health inspectors politely call a high-risk environment. The visual spread looks generous. The oversight, not so much.
But District Manager Maureen Eddington says,
It just doesn't depict what actually happened back there. That was a 30-second snapshot.
taken during a perfect storm. Eddington says the other side of the room was where someone was manually washing dishes. The Environmental Health Department did not issue any violations when they investigated the restaurant a few days later.
We were busy in our peak period and dish machine went down, dishes were stacking up, but all our dirty dishes were over here. That scenario was the dirty dishes, the clean dishes were all over here, but he didn't get that picture.
Click through social media and you'll see how diners have caught on. Viral clips show limp, rubbery drumsticks bouncing under heat lamps, food that was probably fresh yesterday morning. The display delivers abundance, but the flavor says otherwise. It's more stage set than meal, built to look full for hours with minimal staff checking in. Maintaining that image is cheaper than maintaining real quality. All you can eat sounds like win-win, yet the price you skip at the register sneaks back through diminished freshness and higher health risk. Audits have found how long-held food invites bacteria when standards dip. The longer it waits, the less it should be eaten. Buffets market generosity, but the real generosity flows toward profit margins, not your plate. Golden Corral's fried chicken proves a painful truth: unlimited isn't the same as safe or satisfying. First you traded money for quantity, then you traded quality for hope. And together with churches, it forms the base tier of the value trap, where saving a few dollars costs you far more than you think. The truth is that cheap chicken isn't a deal when it gambles with your health and time. That bargain menu price hides a trade-off: less care in the kitchen, less oversight, and sometimes less food safety. Choosing where to eat works like voting. Every dollar you spend shapes what standards survive. When quality gets ignored, consistency disappears next. Think less about the cheapest combo and more about what you trust going into your body. Paying a little more upfront often means saving your stomach later. Like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets.